Hi everyone, welcome back to C programming tutorial series. In my last video, I completed the discussion on writing a character on the screen. If you guys have not seen that video, then I just recommend you guys to watch that video as well. And in today's video, I'm going to discuss another topic, which is decision making and branching, which is a very important topic in C programming or in any programming language. So before coming to today's topic, I just want to tell you guys that if you guys like this video, click on like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and if you guys have any questions, then let me know in the comment section. Now let us start our discussion on this concept of decision making and branching. Okay, so now the first point is, all this time we were executing the statements in sequential order in which they appear in the code. We have seen various examples in this programming tutorial series. Okay, and in most of the programs which we have seen in this series, we had written the instructions or statements in sequential manner. That means compiler see first statement, then move to the second statement, then third, then fourth, and then fifth. Like this, compiler will be one by one sequentially checking out each and every statement and executing. So this were our approach in most of our previously executed programs. So this type of approach is useful when no options or no repetitions of certain calculations are necessary. Okay, so this type means sequential order of executing the statements or executing the statements one after the another. Okay, so this type of approach is useful when you don't have different options in your program, when you don't have different alternatives in your program, and when you don't want to repeat set of instructions again and again. If you don't have this type of requirements in your program, then obviously you can go with the sequential way of writing down the program. Okay, but in real time this will not be the case all the time. Okay, so whenever you will be writing down the programs for a real time applications, you will be using various other advanced concepts of programming, where you might have the requirement of repeating set of instructions again and again, and you may have the requirement of checking for specific condition, and based on that condition you will be moving to specific part of the code. Okay, if that condition becomes true, then you will be executing some set of instructions, and if that condition becomes false, you will be executing some other set of instructions. Okay, so this may be the requirement in real time applications. Okay, that's what I have mentioned here. In real time cases, we may have to change the order of execution of statements based on certain condition. Okay, so based on the condition, if that condition gets satisfied, then some set of statements will get executed, and if that condition didn't get satisfied, then some other set of instructions gets executed, or repeat a group of statements until certain specified conditions are met. And in real time programs, you may also have a requirement that you need to repeat executing same set of instructions multiple times until a specific condition gets satisfied. Okay, once that condition gets satisfied, then you will be stopping executing some set of instructions. These are called as loops. Okay, so we will discuss everything about loops in our upcoming videos. Okay, so if you want to fulfill the requirements of executing different set of instructions based on different conditions, and if you want to repeat some set of instructions until some specific condition gets satisfied, then you must use decision making. Okay, so you need to learn decision making concept if you want to incorporate such type of features in your program. Okay, so this involves a kind of decision making to see whether a particular condition has occurred or not, and then direct the computer to execute certain statements accordingly. Okay, so if this is your requirement, then you obviously need to move to learn decision making concept, where you will be executing some specific set of instruction based on condition. Okay, C language offers few decision making statements, and those statements are if statement, switch statement, conditional operator statement, go to statement. Okay, so I have made a separate video on conditional operator. Okay, so you can find that video in the same playlist, and I will put the link of that video in the description as well, so that you can check out the explanation on conditional operator. Okay, so it is a very easy to use operator. So these are some of the decision making statements which we will be going to cover in our upcoming videos. So now in this video we will be particularly focusing on the first type of decision making, which is if statement. Okay, then later on we will move ahead with other statements as well. So these statements are popularly known as decision making statements because these statements helps the programmer to make the decision based on the condition. Since these statements control the flow of execution, that's why they are also known as control flow statements. Okay, so these statements are also called as control flow statements. Why? There is a reason behind why the control flow statement word is been used to define these statements, because these statements helps the programmer to transfer the flow from one set of statements to another set of statements based on the condition. So if the condition gets satisfied, then the control will move or flow to some specific set of statements, and if the condition gets failed out or false, then the control or the flow of the execution will move to some other set of statements. That's why these statements are called as control flow statements. So now let us see the first decision making statement, which is if statement. If statement is a powerful decision making statement and is used to control the flow of execution of statements. If statement is one of the widely used and powerful decision making statement, and we use the if statement to control the flow of statements during execution. It is basically a two-way decision statement, and it is denoted with an expression if test expression. Okay, so this if statement is basically a two-way decision statement, because this if statement will give you two alternatives. If the condition becomes true, then you need to choose the first option, and if the condition becomes false, then you need to consider the second alternative. Since it's giving you two decisions, and you need to decide which is the best decision for you based on the condition. Okay, and this is the syntax of if. Okay, if, then open round bracket followed by the test expression. Okay, it allows the computer to evaluate the condition first, and then depending on whether the value of the expression is true or false, it transfers the control to a particular statement. How it works is, it allows the computer to evaluate this condition. Okay, so this condition can be any boolean expression. Okay, so if this condition becomes true, then based on that condition some specific statements gets executed, and if this condition becomes false, then other set of statements gets executed. This approach has two paths to follow, one for the true condition and other for the false condition. As I have said, that this if statement will have two paths, will have two decisions, and which way you need to go, that will be completely based on the condition. Okay, so here you can see this is the flow chart of if statement. Okay, so this is the entry point. Okay, so this is the entry point, and once it enters into this condition, here it will check that condition, that expression. Okay, that is called as test expression. Now if the condition becomes true, then control will come here. Okay, and the statements gets executed which are kept on this side. If the expression becomes false, then control comes out from other path and other set of statement gets executed. Okay, so here if statement is also divided into various types, and those types are simple if statement, then if else statement, nested if else statement, then else if ladder. Okay, so each and every of these if statements are equally important, and we will be using these if statements extensively while writing any C program. Now we will complete our discussion on the topic of if statement here only, and in the next video we will discuss on the simple if statement, the syntax of simple if statement, the flow diagram of simple if statement along with an example. So with that you will get a better understanding what is if statement and how you can use the if statement in your program, and in which situations or scenarios this if statement will become handy or useful for you. Okay, so that we will going to cover in our next video. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood, and in this video we have discussed an introduction of decision making and branching. Okay, what is the decision making and when the decision making is been used, and then we discussed various types of decision making, and then we further move ahead to discuss first type of decision making, which is if statement. So that's all for this video, guys. So if you guys like this video, click on like button, share it with your friends, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and if you guys have any questions then let me know in the comment section, and thanks for watching.